Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Twisdale for lesson 3.9. I'm going to make this one a lot shorter because I know 3.8 was really long, so this will be faster. Thank you for being patient with me. I do like teaching though. Okay, so 3.9 is distance on a coordinate plane. Whoa, let's try it again. Distance on a coordinate plane. So today we're going to be looking for vertical and horizontal distances on a coordinate plane, and I think you will see there's a strategy that's pretty easy. Okay, so let's start on our first example. The map of Foggy Mountain Park is marked on a coordinate plane in units of 1 mile, meaning each of these blocks is 1 mile. There's 2 campgrounds in the park. Camp 1 is located at -4, +3. So there's Camp 1. And you should know how to mark these on a coordinate grid by now. Camp 2 is located at +5, +3. Noticing that it is a reflection across the y-axis. So that's why we had to learn that in 3.8. Now, we would like to know what is the distance, how far is it from Camp 1 to Camp 2? So, we're going to use absolute value to help us out. The absolute value of Camp 1 to 0 is -4. The absolute value of Camp 2 to 0 is +5. So if I add these two together, it will tell me the distance. -4, absolute value, plus +5, absolute value, equals, this would be 4 plus 5, 9. So it is 9 miles. The camps are 9 miles apart. And that is how you find the distance. So let's try this one here. Now we're going to find the distance between the pair of points on this coordinate plane, points A and B. So A is at -6, and B is at -4, -6. Now you'll notice that we're not going back to 0. So let me show you a strategy to solve this. We're going to look at the coordinate points on the look at the coordinates of the points. The y coordinates are the same, so the points are in a horizontal line, which we can already see because we see right here that that's a horizontal line. I tell you, sometimes Go Math is not very smart. Anyway, so we're thinking of it as on a horizontal line like this, -9 to -4. Now, if I think -9, find the distance from the points from 0. So that means on my coordinate plane, 9 is 9, absolute value of 9 points from 0. And then 4 is 4 points from 0. So what is that gap? So basically what you're doing is you're taking the absolute value of -9 and subtracting the absolute value of -4. And that would give you 5 units. So the distance from A to B is 5 units. What I like to do, boys and girls, is I notice that these two are the same, -6, -6. So then I just say, well, what's the difference between those two? And that helps me to find the distance. Okay, and then, of course, there's also an option. Sometimes the points are on a vertical line, top to bottom. And so it would be the same thing for C and D. You would look at, okay, C is at, our x-coordinates are the same, so we don't need to worry about the 8s. And 3 and 10, how many places from 3 to 10? That would be 7 units. So it would just be 7. Because I know that from 3 all the way up to 10 is 7. I can do that math in my head. That's not hard for me. So let's see if you can do it on a try it problem. So here we have a map that is showing the location of several areas in an amusement park. So how far is the Ferris wheel, up here, from the roller coaster? See if you can solve that. And also, how far is the water slide from the bathroom? Go ahead and try those on your own. Okay, so let's check number 1. How far is the Ferris wheel from the roller coaster? So it looks like the roller coaster is on +2. And the Ferris wheel is on +6. So what is the number of units between 2 and 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 4 units apart. Now the slide and the restrooms, which it is important to know where those two things are, it looks like the water slide is 3 units from 0. And the restroom is 4 units from 0. So they are 7 units apart. And I could have counted that just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another way you can easily count that. All right. And I just have one more slide after this. So go ahead and try this one on your own. You have to plot these points and then find the distance between them. You don't have to plot them if you can just figure it out on your own, though. Okay. So, this first one, 7 and -2. Sorry, I'm trying to go fast because I know the last video was so long. So +7, -2 would be just about here. And +11, -2, oh, it's going to be clear off of our grid here. So we're noticing it's in a horizontal line this way. And I'm going to just look at these. What's the difference between 7 and 11? 7 and 11 is 4 units apart. So that's how I found the difference. Be 1, 2, 3, 4. The coordinate grid it wasn't big enough though. And then for this next one, this coordinate plane is almost big enough. -2, -6 would be right about here-ish. And then -2, +5 would be right up here. And so our -2's are the same. So I'm going to do the absolute value of -6 plus the absolute value of +5, which would give me 6 plus 5, which would be 11 units. And mostly I like using this coordinate grid to see, okay, it's pretty far. And that is 11 spaces. All right, and this last one, I kind of like these. I think they're a little fun. So this is just your last slide. One more try it problem. You're going to write the coordinate the coordinate of a point that is the given distance from the given point. So here's my point, -1, -2. So I'm going to go ahead and graph that because I can fit it on my chart. So -1, -2 is right here. And I want to go 5 units from -1, -2, but I want it to end with the -2. So I'm going to stay here on my -2, and I'm going to go 5 units. Now there's 2 options. I'm going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go that direction, now I am at, and I'm just going to count this. +4, -2. I could have also gone this other direction, starting back at -1, -2, and gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would have given me -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. And both are correct. Either one is an option. Go ahead and try this next one on your own. Remembering there might be 2 answers that you could do. Whoa. Let's see if I can move that up a little. Okay. So on this one, 8 units from 2 and 4. So if I go across 2, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you wanted to stay on 2. And let's go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that would put me on still the 2 axis and be -1, -2, -3, -4. You could have also gone up. And if you went up, it would have given you +2, +12 in either one. All right, boys and girls, we're going to do more distance in the last lesson of the chapter, so I hope you have a great day learning.